creating time in us. Um, Let me start first by sharing my screen so that we can, please let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Perfect. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, leaders, for taking time to join us this evening. This is one of my most favorite sessions because I believe that as we continue growing, as we continue learning, we are equipping ourselves to achieve the great success that we really deserve and desire. And as we started the month, we had goals. I know we had goals, and midway, I believe this is a time when we actually go over our goals again and we refresh and we look at how far we are and where we are yet to be able to push so that we can be able to achieve what we had set for ourselves. Can you imagine we are, this is the second last month of the year, and things seems to be moving so fast, but it's such an exciting time, and what a time to talk about retention. In Forever, we have, I would call them tools of success.
Kate, hold on 1 second. Let me mute everyone kindly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you can proceed.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry for the interruption. So I was saying that in Forever, we have different systems, different strategies that help us to achieve success. And FOCO is one of the most important because to me, I look at it like a SWOT analysis, an analysis to give us, a feedback on how well we are doing in our business and where we need to grow, where we need to be able to push ourselves so that we can be able to achieve the success that we look forward to. And what a time, because as we are closing the year, we are already planning. We're looking at how strong we are going to close the year, and also as we plan for the next year and beyond. And what is FOCO? I believe we have already gone through most of these sessions, especially like if you are keen, if you attended on Monday, we did talk about retention. So FOCO, basically, we have the aspect of recruitment, we have retention, we have productivity, and we have development. By recruitment, definitely we know it's all about personal sponsoring, prospecting, and developing our contacts, and basically introducing new people into your business. Yeah. And when we talk about retention, which of course we're going to be looking into in detail, but basically it's about how you follow up, the kind of customer service you give, the people who are doing repeat orders in your business, the people who are doing 4CC in your business, the people who are retaining and participating actively in your business. And when you look at just a quick overview also, when we look at productivity, we are looking at product distribution, how many, in terms of sales, how much are you retailing with your organization, and even for your own personal use, how much product you are using. And development, we are looking at moving through the marketing plan. How often members in your team are actually moving to the next level, and beyond. So it's very, very important for us to, in addition to the first steps to manager system that we have, it's very, very important for us to look into this aspect of the FOCO so that you can be able to understand as an FBO the important aspects of your business, the skills that you need. And that's why I'm saying that this session is so important, because you'll be able to perform in the level of your skills. The skills that you have will determine how much you're growing and how much you're able to move forward. So when we talk about retention, what are we talking about? So in retention, we are talking about one of the tools of success, the number of people purchasing in your team. This can be FBOs, this can be customers. How many people are actually active in your business? Yeah. how many people are actually active in your business. And the more of course, we definitely want to have more people, because our business is about relationship marketing. It's about the number of people that we're interacting on a day-to-day basis, the number of people we are interacting, and ensuring that they are enjoying our products, our services, and the number of people we are introducing to the business and our organization. Basically, as Forever business owners, we are building an organization within Forever. So we need to look at how many people who bought the previous month, how many people are also still buying, whether in their own numbers or as preferred customers, or just the same customers whom you have sold to. So did you know that 68% of distributors who leave your business, they do so because they feel that they are not cared for? I think at this point, I'll tell you, every human being on earth, when it comes to relationships, they have a tag on their face, on their head, that says, make me feel important. Yeah. That is something that I've learned through life and through experience. Make me feel important. So the people that you interact with, the people that we have sponsored, the people that we have invested our time to develop, to train, to recruit through the whole process, taking them through the whole process. Yeah. How well do they feel cared for? Yeah. So this is an aspect that we really need to think about. 81% of customers who purchase products, 81% of customers who purchase products are those who are treated well. I remember that during the previous discussions we've had, we've also talked about customer care. I believe even in our trainings, we've talked about customer care as well, which is, of course, one of the key things that we'll be discussing. 81%, meaning that if you treat your customer well, most likely they're going to come back. So what else are we going to do to make sure that we have our customers being happy? A happy customer is a happy team, and a happy team is a happy wallet. And don't we all want a happy wallet? Because it means that you have repeat business. It means you have stability in your business. It means that when you have loyal customers, then it means that your business, you can always depend, you can always count on the organization that you're building. You know, your organization is not being referred to as a revolving door, you know, people coming in and coming out. You see the way people come into supermarkets and go out. You know, for someone who is probably selling furniture, like I would tell you, the people in the you know, the people in the meeting, when was the last time you bought a bed? When was the last time you bought your furniture in your living room? You know, we cannot compare our business to those people who sell items that, you know, last for a long time, because us, we are selling products that on a day-to-day basis are being used and are being replaced either on a monthly basis or maybe after 2 months or so. So we need to really think about how best we can be able to offer the best customer service, how best we can be able to give the best customer care, so that we are able to retain our organization. You know, the bigger your organization, the bigger the easier it is for you to achieve your goals and your vision and your dreams. And most importantly, I would say it's more like a brand. You're building your brand. How people are interacting with you, how people are interacting with your brand, you know, how people are interacting with you, how do they feel when they interact with your brand? Yeah, because I believe most of us also are using social media. So whenever when people interact with your Facebook page, when people interact with your TikTok page, when people interact with you on social media, on your website, and especially if you have like an FLP 360 website, yeah, how do people feel? Do they feel like they're connecting? Who are they? Do they feel that engagement? Do they feel that, you know, support? So today we are going to discuss ways on how we can be able to retain our customers and our distributors, so that our organization can stay intact and can keep on growing and not being a revolving door. Yeah. So what are some of the things that we are going to be looking at? One, we are going to definitely talk about building strong relationships. Human beings buy, you know, most of us, I would say, customers buy from people whom they trust, people whom they know, they feel like they're appreciated. Can you remember the last time you went to buy something? Maybe you passed by a store and you asked, what is the cost of this item? and probably the person who was attending to you did not even look at you. Alijibu tu something kiholela holela somehow, and you felt offended. Probably you didn't even go ahead to even ask anything. You probably just left the store and went. Customer care is such an important thing. So when customers come to visit you, come to visit your brand, whether online or offline, how do they feel? Do you treat your customers like family? Yeah, because for sure, if someone is buying, like if someone is a regular client buying maybe tri-pack, aloe vera tri-pack every other month, and most likely they are supporting you, they're giving you referrals, and if you keep treating them in a way that they feel appreciated and they feel that they get value from you, definitely what happens is that you are going to build this relationship. You're going to make this customer want to be there. If any other person asks them, yeah, I have this product I want to sell to you, there are those customers who would say, no, mimi napatiwanga na flani flani, yeah, mimi ni customer wa flani flani, because they associate with you, they know you give them that extra care, they know that you are always there for them. Yeah, so it's very, very important you build a strong relationship. It benefits you, it benefits even the way you'll be able to interact with them, the way you'll be able to even share more details. In fact, some of the best forever business owners are those who start as customers. Yeah, so someone who has really enjoyed your product, has enjoyed your service as someone who has shared the forever products, they'll be able to be even more drawn to you because they'll see your lifestyle, they'll see the things that you're doing differently, and they'll be drawn to you, and they'll be most likely the chances of you converting them to become forever business owners is really high. So it's very, very important that you make sure you over deliver. Yeah, over deliver as much as you can. Make sure that your customer feels appreciated. Make sure your customer make sure, like, if this is someone who is a repeat business, you remember their details, you remember their names. Some things might seem like they're not so important, but imagine they truly are. Yeah, if you remember, like, the small details about them, where they are located, and and how you can give even extra service for them, that one is a plus for you, definitely. Yeah. Another thing, of course, as I delve into this, is give the highest customer service possible. Yeah, understanding your customer. I believe that during the previous sessions we have discussed, and when we discussed about customer care, we did touch a lot on this. We did talk a lot about how you keep track of records, keep track of the details, the customers, what they bought, how often they buy, and even remember the small details. Remember even their birthdays. We are coming into a season where we are doing most of gifting. So why not share a forever product? Why not share a forever product? And in fact, if someone has probably like bought from you often and often, and probably they are in a position where they can be able to enjoy discounts, you feel like you can offer discounts, we have the option of introducing them to become preferred customers, and that way you're even able to retain to maintain this customer to be like in your own organization. Think big, think wide. Yeah, and most of the time, like the moment when we have already just made sales, there are those of us who probably the moment umemaliza kuuza, you just forget about it and you don't follow up. But imagine, the more you continue following up, make sure that the client understood the product that they bought, make sure the client probably like understood how to use the product and is enjoying the product. And even in the process of doing the follow-up, maybe like 2 days after a client has bought the product, you can even offer other products that can support. If, for example, a client bought a facial cleanser and there are many other skincare products, by following through, you can be able to help them to use even more product, which is more profits for you, and it's a plus either way. Yeah, so the best thing that you can do in your organization is to have the best customer care that you can. Yeah, be connected with them. That's why, like, for example, for those people who have their presence, their brands online, how often do you engage with your customers? How often do you, like, maybe like creating polls, like creating creating polls to ask questions so that you can encourage engagement in your social media handles. Maybe someone comments. It's important when you have fans, people who are following your page, they are able to get feedback from you on time. They feel like they are relating to a real person. Yeah, they feel like they're relating to someone that they can depend on. And once you continue engaging people, they feel that they can trust you. They feel like you are authentic, so they are able to answer and they're able to get connected with you. And it's very much easy to just convert them from prospects to become your customers, and of course either customers or forever business owners. So good customer care assures that you have repeat sales. Good customer care assures that you get referrals, and you maximize on the profits. You maximize on the amount of sales that you can make even for this particular person. You increase customer loyalty during this session, definitely. And the chances of even in fact, when you go over and beyond, it's important as you continue interacting and connecting with your client, you're able to identify your customers' needs and you satisfy them in a way that they feel the value. Yeah. So if someone, for example, wants to lose weight, we're already in the C9 challenge, and most of us have clients who are losing weight. How often are you checking on them? How often are you making sure that they are actually taking the right food portions? They're actually following up on their supplements. They're actually following up. They are actually following up on the booklet. Yeah, you discuss, check on them from time to time, make sure that they are able to maximize the use of the booklet that C9 offers, so that they can be able to tick. Sometimes the habits, remember the best benefits that we get from C9 are the habits that we learn, the healthy habits that we learn. So when you're able to check on your client and make sure that they're doing the right thing, in fact, this client will be very happy because they are going to get the results that they want. They're probably going to lose the weight that they want, and they will want something else. I mean, once the customer sees results, they trust you more, and they're able to even offer you more business. Yeah. So it's it's like a plus for you when we get good customer service. And even making it even better, if we are, let me just go back. When you're talking about our forever business owners, the people in the team who are actually part of your organization, are the way you treat them as well is very, very crucial, because it builds a team culture. People want to be associated where they feel cared for. It's like the way you take care of a garden. So people feel like, if in my team there's this team culture where I feel nurtured, where I feel valued, where my opinion matters, you know, I would tend to want to be around this kind of environment. So the way we offer customer service to the people out there who are our retail customers, we probably should do like even more, twice as much for our forever business owners, because these are more like now family, the people that you're interacting on a day-to-day basis. And one thing I love about our forever business is that forever gives you the opportunity to work with the people that you love working with. So when you create an environment where you're having fun, when you create an environment where you're enjoying working with the people in your organization, it feels different. It resonates very, very differently. In fact, I was listening to JB in his talk about retention when he was giving us a masterclass a while back. The people who even go to holidays with their teams, people who go to dinners and different vacations, different birthday parties, different, you interact differently when you build that environment where your team members feel like they are really valued, feel like they're really appreciated. So it's very, very important when we build on that, because at the end of the day, a team that works together is a team that achieves a lot of success. So that is a plus to all of us. And then again, keep sharing testimonies and success stories periodically. This builds belief not only in the customers, but also even in with our own forever business owners. When you keep sharing the testimonies of us, how we have succeeded, how other team leaders have succeeded, and how people do things differently to get even better results. So it keeps the team motivated, it keeps the team committed. Yeah. So these are some of the ideas that we can actually share within our WhatsApp groups, or whether it's a WhatsApp or Telegram or Facebook group. Keep sharing these testimonies, because the more you build the belief in the business, the belief in the team leaders themselves, the more they are motivated to work harder. The more they're motivated, the more we are all actually motivated to go for incentives. So it's very important that we keep listening. In fact, many times, when you feel like your spirit maybe is low, listen and listen and listen and listen as often as possible to testimonies, and watch and learn, because you find that probably the energy that you needed is in the next testimony that you're listening, or rather you're watching. So it's very, very important. Like now, most of us have been so excited, like the training that we had for the C9 launch. Yeah, because we had a lot of testimonies. We shared, we broadcasted a lot of testimonies. People who have achieved their fitness and their health and fitness goals, people who've lost their tummies, and people who are proud about the successes that they have achieved. And that way, it helps the customer know that, yeah, I think this is the right thing that I needed to buy. This is the right program that I need to do, so that next time I'm showing up for my function, or maybe for my birthday party, or maybe for my wedding, I'll be looking good and I'll be feeling good. And don't we all want to do that? Yeah. Another way that we can be able to retain our customers, retain our forever business owners, is by attending training and company events. Research already shows the people who attend trainings are more equipped to be able to handle all different aspects of the business. Yeah. So many people who attend training, the more often you attend training, the more you are reinforcing your belief in the business, the more you're reinforcing your belief in the business, your belief in yourself, your belief in the company, your belief in network marketing as an industry. And the more you are strong. In fact, I think it's Eric Warren who normally says, like, whenever we attend like a big event, like a big event, unfortunately, you'll find like something like the East Africa rally, which happened in Nairobi in January. Probably half of the people who attended that rally will not attend the Rwanda East Africa rally. But let me tell you, the people who will attend this rally in Rwanda, I tell you, they will double, and even their business will continue growing, will continue blossoming. Why? Because they keep reaffirming their belief in the business. And it is so important. Many people who don't attend events eventually do quit. And that's the most unfortunate thing. So what does this mean? As a leader, it challenges me to know that I need to not only attend my attend trainings, but also attend company events, because this is very, very crucial for the success of your organization. It makes you stick. It makes the people stick. It sets a good example to the team as well, so that they can be able to see, hey, my leader never misses trainings, my leader never misses meetings. And if you want to be the kind of person who people are following, definitely you want to set the right example. Yeah. So get people to get results. Like, as soon as a client buys a product, help them to get results, help them to understand why, understand why they bought the product, and help them to get the results as soon as possible. When you sponsor someone into the business, help them to get the results as soon as possible. Help them to get customers. Help them to make the first sale. Yeah. Work with them closely for the first 90 days. It's very, very crucial as you're doing the planning meeting with someone, especially when you're doing the first steps to manager. It's very, very important when you do that, you're able to help them stick to their goals. Every time you're doing like a planning, a reminder, a training, a one-on-one coaching with this person, remind them the goal, why they started in the first place, and help them to start seeing results trickle in one by one by one. Because the more someone sees results, the more someone gets that first sale, the more someone gets that first check, when someone gets their first person sponsored into the organization, they really feel good. They feel like, now really, I can see some change, I can see some growth, I can see this is something that I can do. It reinforces their belief, and they're able to get the results that they seek. So the people who actually stick in an organization are those who see results. So the goal is actually to assist people to get a check as fast as possible, to help them be able to retain, to remain in the business. Yeah. But if someone takes a long time before they see the first check, they tend to get really, really demotivated. Appreciate success in whatever form or way. When someone has been able to even invite for the first time, when someone has joined the business and they've been able to invite people into their first launch, appreciate them. When someone has been able to make a sale for the first time, appreciate them. When someone has been able to achieve any level, achieve their first, you see, our business is all about recognizing the people who, the best part about the business is every level, every step is appreciated and recognized. Yeah. And like the people who come from different offices, we know, like some of us here, no one really appreciates what you do. When you do a good job, they're like, that's okay. At least you didn't mess up. But if you do a terrible job, believe you me, they will make sure that you have the you get all the details in full swing. So it's very, very important when people are appreciated the achievements that they are making, and it's very important because it helps them to be able to stick, and it helps them to be able to to feel like they belong. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. They feel like a sense of belonging. So never, ever, ever, ever belittle the people in your organization. Always appreciate them. Always let them know that they are doing a good job. And even when they are not, help them to be able to understand. I think it's in my mentors who used to say, do some kind of tough love. Sometimes, like when they are doing something that probably is not going right according to the way it's supposed to, there is a nice way where you can be able to encourage them to be able to change their habits and adjust accordingly, so that they can be able to do the things that are needed to be done. Yeah, because definitely without disciplining, if you're not disciplining your organization, you lose everything. I mean, there's no like solid foundation of a building without cement. So for me, I always look at discipline as the cement, that holds a building together, cement that holds the organization together. So be ready to discipline where it's possible, so that you can be able to hold the team together. Yeah, stay in contact with your team. This is very, very important as a team member, because now when we are learning about retention, we are also learning how to be better team leaders. We're also learning how to be better team members, because definitely you cannot lead if you are not allowing yourself to be led. I don't know if I'm making sense. Yeah. If you're in the WhatsApp group and you're not communicating, if you're in the Telegram group, in the Facebook group and you're not communicating, sometimes it's even important to even ask a question, because when you're participating, the leader knows that this person wants information, this person is needs support and such. Sometimes, even as leaders, I don't know if it's only me, but sometimes you can be finding that you're the only person talking in the WhatsApp group. Also, the person who even the members within the group, it's important, like, we ensure that we have good communication. So when our leaders are communicating in the group, let us be active, let us share, let us ask questions, let us interact, because it helps us to build that solid foundation that we need as an organization to grow. Yeah, because what is nurtured grows. So all these communication channels that are used is very, very crucial. And when it comes to communication, I always like emphasizing, please remember also the way you communicate with your customers. For example, if it is someone who is what will I say, baby boomers, if you're giving a product to a client who is a baby boomer, baby boomer ni wazazi wetu. Yeah, wazazi wetu, people who are over 50 now, I think over 45, 50 there. Yeah. You find that these people, the way they love communicating is by phone call. So you might send a WhatsApp and maybe they have not checked it, and they probably will still be waiting for you to make a phone call so that they can call it as a real communication. It's very, very important to know what kind of medium this person is communicating. And when you're dealing with the millennials, kuna vile sisi tuna blend tu hapo kwote. Yeah, we understand email, we understand phone calls, we understand this. And when you talk about Gen Z, oh my goodness, it's very, very important that you understand their language as well and how to interact with them, especially on social media and such, because you might find that the mode when you probably are calling doing a phone call to your FBO, either it's an FBO or it's a client, and you're doing a phone call anakata. But when you send a WhatsApp text anajibu, and then probably you might feel offended, please don't. Please understand that sometimes different communication channels, people relate differently to different communication channels according to their generations. So some of these things it's important to understand, because now we are in different generations, and we also have to build our organization alongside different niches. So it's important to know how best to communicate with who and on which platform, and where you get feedback, where you get value. Yeah. So give value in all these communications, and that way you're able to interact. That way you're able to build your business, and you're able to have a strong organization. One of the things I remember like working very well at some point with my mentors, and what I learned when I joined the business, is working together. Like, when you sit together with your team and you're doing these activities together. I remember when we were joining, my upline will sit us down, and we'll do like blitz session. A blitz session is a session where you decide, okay, so today we are going to write our name list. You all team members, kila mtu anakuja na name list book yake. You sit down and you do like a kind of like a competition. Who is going to write the longest number of name lists? A blitz session, you can do a blitz session maybe like for a particular activity. Maybe you're inviting for a particular event. Maybe you're inviting for, you have organized as a team, you're inviting for a particular event. You can do a blitz session and do like a challenge. Yeah, who's going to do the most invitations, who's going to send the most messages out. When you do this kind of activities with your team, they tend to feel appreciated, they tend to feel like the sense of belonging, and that way you're able to retain them, because you're equipping them, you're training them, and you're working with them. The difference between a boss and a leader. A boss is someone who will say, go do that, but a leader will say, follow me. So when you're working closely with your team, and you're giving them that support, and you're giving them that environment where they feel that they are actually learning, and they are following your tracks one by one, they feel like they can actually do it. It's like you are lifting them. It's like you're the wind beneath their wings, so they are able to do the different activities in a more meaningful way. So you're able to give guidelines on how to work. You're able to correct where mistakes are made. Your team members are able to ask questions there, right there where you are. So you're able to guide them, and it's a plus to all of them. You're able to show, like, you're able to be present, and that is the one thing that you're able to even help the team to grow, so that they can even duplicate themselves. Yeah, remember, this is a monkey see monkey do kind of business. Yeah, very, very simple, very, very easy to follow, but it's important that you do the right thing. You can even, during the sessions when you're working together as a team, you're able to show them the right tools and how to use them. We're talking about the first steps to manager. How are you doing the planning meeting? If in the team, you can even do a blitz session where you're showing them how to do a planning meeting. You're using the first steps to manager. They'll see what you are doing. They'll see how you're using the one-on-one presenter. They will see how you're using the catalog. They'll see how you're using the videos that you're sharing as you invite people to the business presentations that we normally do, either online or offline. Yeah. So as you continue doing the daily core activities, which is why our company has been so gracious giving us that space in the warehouse, where we are able to actually work as a team and do all these phone calls, one-on-one prospecting and training sessions, without paying a dime, because it's very, very important. I believe that it's a privilege that we have that office space. We make as much as we can maximum use of it. Yeah. And we do the right thing. When we are leaders, when the leadership and, when the leaders are present and they are showing us to do the right thing, even us as team members, we learn how to do the right thing. And that way we are able to build a team culture, a culture where we are growing as a team. We are learning, we are able to adopt to different strategies which are actually working. The other thing that you can do is plug the people into your community. Most of us probably, we have like Facebook groups, we have WhatsApp groups, maybe Instagram groups. Yeah. As much as you see, like when you're interacting with people for the first time, either online or offline, you're creating awareness. So people are wondering, okay, you just come to my inbox, you're saying hi, who are you? So while you are, sharing your brand, probably you want to introduce either the business or the product to the person, you're creating brand awareness. Now think about the customer journey you're going to take this person through. After they have learned that who you are and what you stand for and what value you want to offer to them, definitely you take them to the next stage, because after you have engaged with them, now you allow them to, it's like kind of like a subscribing kind of option. So when you put people in a group, when you put people in a WhatsApp group, now you're able to understand, and you're able to bring them together, you're able to train them, you're able to now channel the right content for the right, for the right purpose. Yeah. For example, you can have a WhatsApp group for your team members, you can have a Facebook group for your customers. You can be able to create all this so that, it's at that level where people feel like, okay, so this is where we get more value. Me being a member of this particular organization, I feel like, okay, I'm part of a group. It's not like someone who's just out there and has no idea what is happening. Within the WhatsApp group, they're able to learn, they're able to get training from you, they're able to get updates from you. So it's very, very important. Once you get once you prospected someone and now you want to retain them in your organization, you include them and you have such groups, so that you can be able now to take them through the customer journey, whether they want to be customers, whether they want to be forever business owners, whether they want to be business developers, as they ascend towards all the other top levels. In fact, the best part is you want to have people who are so much into your brand that they are actually like your promoters, your top fans. Yeah, because that way you know that and can't wait to join this group, and or they feel that part of that belonging. I see this in most of the team members, especially like those who, they have like dinners. They feel appreciated. When they take those nice photos, and you can actually tell that the members in this team are happy. They are happy to be part of this team. They are actually glowing. They are doing things together. They are working together. When they say they're going to do a particular thing, they are doing it together. Why? Because when you put them in a community, you're able to channel that kind of that kind of environment. You're now able to you will now be able to build the organization with the team values that you want, and that way they feel like, yes. In fact, most of the managers, even when they introduce themselves, they know that they introduce themselves and they say that I'm CEO of a particular organization. I'm CEO of a particular organization. And it is very, very important for for that kind of team cohesion. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Team cohesion. Yeah. So even when they introduce themselves across the others, they say, yeah, me, I'm a member of Team Dynamite. Me, I'm a member of Team, whichever teams names that you've given them. So they feel that kind of belonging, and that is so crucial. And the same thing goes also to our customers. Yeah. Keep your customers around campfire to keep them warm. Don't let them go cold. For example, probably you sold a tooth gel to someone 2 weeks ago, and you have not called them, probably to even to understand if they knew how to use the product, if they were happy with the product. Maybe they wanted a tooth gel and they also want something else. So it's important when you do that customer care and you put them in a community, they will know, so there are many other products. Okay. I think even the broadcast list also would count to this kind of community as well, so that they keep track. You can be able to tell what information is there for them and the value that you're giving them. Keep track of your team's progress, especially towards the marketing plan. It is very, very important as you grow leaders, as you grow customers, as you develop customers, as you develop leaders in your organization. It's very important for us to keep track and know who is doing what and what are the skill sets that they need and what kind of support do they need. And I believe that as long as we are not yet the highest level, I would say gem bonus, we still need support. Yeah, all of us will need support in one way or another, because once you know what you need to do, then you're able to you're able to do the activities that are needed. So once you identify, and I think this is the part where maybe I will talk about having that customer relationship management system, That is, in our business, we call it the FLP 360. FLP 360 is very, very, very important because it helps you track and see in your organization who is doing what and the results that they're achieving. So you can be able to make very quick decisions, and this will really help us to be able to track who needs support, who needs encouragement, who is almost achieving their 4CC, who is almost achieving their next step. You know, the FLP 360 will be able to classify and give you all these reports, which helps you to make decisions. And on top of that, now when you make an informed decision with the data that you get from FLP 360, then you're able to maximize productivity in your organization. You're able to retain more people because you can already see maybe this person who has been buying all the time, just needed a little encouragement for them to be able to push and achieve even other bigger goals. So it's very important to keep track and keep reminding them what they need to do to be able to get to those levels. Other issues that probably we need to talk about, maybe I would call this more of emotional intelligence. Don't discuss personal issues with your team members. Very, very important. I remember, like, okay, let me put it this way. This is more like emotional intelligence. When you're building an organization, it's important that anything negative does not go down to your organization. I remember the person who introduced me to the business, she will say, anything that is negative, you'd rather send it to the upline. Yeah. But when it comes to your organization, the people, your success lines, your customers and everyone, when you feel like ranting and feeling negative, at that point, the only person who can handle that is the person above you. Why? Because they understand how best to deal with it. But if you bring negative energy to the people beneath in your organization, what happens? It spirals. In fact, it spreads like bushfire. And at some point, you might not be able to handle that kind of energy. So it's very, very important. Like, if you can be able to keep your personal issues to yourself or discuss them with someone, your upline, yeah, I think your upline is better, but not your success line. Keep that energy because you really, really, it takes a lot of energy to change a negative. In fact, to change a negative issue, a negative, energy or comment, or, it takes a lot of energy, a lot. And that's why I always feel concerned when you find leaders complaining. Complaining does not really solve much. Yeah, criticizing does not really solve much. So when you're building a team culture, remember, when you're building a brand, at the end of the day, it's you to decide the kind of brand that you want to create. Yeah. Do you want to create a brand where people feel loved, appreciated, or do you want to just let it go? Yeah. Keep leading by recruiting. Leaders, as we continue recruiting, as we continue building new people, seeking out prospects and converting them to new FBOs, leaders will be inspired in your organization when you have more and more new people coming in. Yeah. So it's important. It helps us to lead by example. It helps us to actually, be inspired that, hey, my leader today brought this number of people. Later, maybe I'm challenged. I have to go push and be able to show up with even more people. So you lead, as you continue leading by example, the team kind of follows the same thing. And that means more people are making, you're making more money, more people are making more money, because of course with the bonuses that come with recruitment. And what happens, definitely the organizations keeps growing. The more people are earning, the more people are likely to stay, the more people are likely to be retained in the organization, and it's very, very important. So when we think about leadership, it's crucial, just as I have mentioned, to be leading by example, being a role model, helping others to learn how best to be able to retain. In fact, when it comes to this retention, most leaders will do what their upline is doing. Yeah, most leaders will do exactly what the upline is doing. So when we are doing something, we need to think twice. Is this the kind of habit that I want to be happening in my organization? And if it is, well and good. If it's not, probably we might need to think of something different. Yeah, maybe we might want to revamp it. Maybe we might want to change it so that we can be able to achieve the results that we actually are out for. Yeah. So it's important. Remember, at this point, I want to mention, Forever has given us different, when we look at the mission statement, there are those values that we attach to Forever. So as a leader, and we want to retain organizations, we want to ensure that we are retaining more and more members in our organization. There are those values that Forever stands for, and it's very crucial as a leader to be able to follow through. And one is quality. Our products are a brand by themselves. They stand out in terms of quality. You cannot compare with any other. So definitely we want to emulate the same quality even as we build our organizations, so that we can be able to have an outstanding quality in terms of our leadership, in terms of the way we do things. Another value that we would want to do and emulate as leaders is integrity. The company ensures that that environment, when you get into the office, when you get into fourth floor, there's a very different environment that you get compared to just any other government organization. I believe you will agree with me. Yeah, the environment that you get there, you feel valued. You feel like this is the kind of atmosphere that I want to build my organization in. A company that values integrity, a company that values customer care, good quality customer care. Any issue that is brought up is handled promptly, and as much as the organization is trying their best to make sure that Forever as a brand in Kenya is growing and is stable, even us in our organizations, we also emulate that by being the best leaders that we can be, so that we can be able to reflect the same brand that Forever stands for. Yeah. Remember, do not overpromise. Yeah. Do not lie. There's no need of lying. I've just mentioned that our products stand out. Our products are amazing. You don't need to overemphasize. In fact, there's no need to overemphasize. The quality of our products, they deliver. So the best part of it is just to be honest and to talk about the benefits and follow the policy and the guidelines given. And that way, we will be able to retain more and more customers. At the point where we overpromise and we talk about, for example, you put a before and after of a photo of someone who has lost more than 10 kg, and you say C9 can do that, instead of being clear and elaborate to the client that probably they need to do a lot more on top of the C9, they also need to follow on with the F15 and stuff. And also they need to follow the program properly. Yeah. So when we overpromise, we tend to have clients who have, a negative feedback, who give us. Actually, we need to think about when we're looking at this. I normally like talking about getting feedback. Yeah. Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, how does my customer feel? Yeah. Have you ever gotten feedback from your customer? Because it's very important. Like, you have something, we normally call it like an empathy interview. Ask the customer how they value, how they find the product. Those questions when we do our follow-up and you ask how the customer found the product, or how even your FBO, even take a risk and do an empathy interview with your FBO. Probably someone who has joined last month. How do they feel? How do they feel about Forever? How do they feel about being part of this organization? Yeah. Imagine you will get feedback. And from that feedback, don't take it as a criticism, but take it as a way to understand, okay, so these are areas that I need to be able to clear out so that I can be able to make it better. Yeah. Sometimes, like even banks, I think banks, they normally do that. Like, you will enter in a queue and they will come ask you questions. Have you gotten the right service? Even the manager will be walking around and asking, yeah, did you get what did you get your was your issue addressed? Sometimes it's important. I think I've even seen sometimes our marketing manager do the same thing. He would come and ask, just get feedback from people. How was the issue? How was the event? What did you learn the most? It's very, very important when we are able to understand and get that feedback. So there's no need of overpromising. Our products deliver, our company delivers. So even us, as we build our organizations, so that we may keep, so that we may maintain and keep growing the numbers of people involved. Because I know the people who have drank aloe vera in this country are so many. Ever since 2005, when Forever Living Products was introduced in Kenya. And for me, I was so excited when I saw the numbers of attendance hitting more than 400 during the C9 challenge. It showed me that, yes, we have a lot of potential that we can be able to deliver as Forever Kenya. So the more we keep improving our services, the more we keep improving our deliveries in terms of our training, in terms of our prospecting, in terms of our customer care, I believe we can get more and more numbers, more and more people using our products, and we can be able to retain even more and more, especially when we are very keen with our numbers. One thing that I know for a fact, when we respect the people who've introduced us in the business, that is the way it will reflect in our own organization. If you respect your upline, the person who introduced you in the business, the same thing will happen. It's like karma. The same thing will happen to the people who are in your organization and below your successor. If we do not respect our upline, it reflects in organizations. And like I said, those negative things tend to cut down and tend to put off a lot of people. So let's really be keen on this. And take time to teach the people in your organization. Take time to train. Yeah, it's very, very important. The people that you've introduced in the business, let your FBOs learn how to do anything and everything. Yeah, let them be free to come to you to get their questions answered. Let them be free to learn from you and be there for them as well as a leader. Because sometimes when probably like when your downlines face different what can I say? When they face a no, when they face objections, yes, that's the word I'm looking for. When they face objections, they are frustrated and all they need is that, that little encouragement from the upline to know how to deal with these objections so that they can be able to cross to the next step. So the more we keep teaching our downlines, the more we keep equipping them, the more we are likely to retain them. Always be positive, like this one, I think I've overemphasized on the same. Always be positive, avoid negativity. Yeah, avoid negativity. Our business, our industry is about relationships. It's very, very, very crucial for us to maintain a positive working environment. This one will help us to retain more people, will help us to create a team culture that ensures that everyone is brought on board and everyone is valued. Yeah, show people that you really care. And what does retain mean? R standing for retaining, empowerment, training people. These are all the things that we have discussed as we summarize. Affiliation. Let people feel that, that pull, that sense of belonging, that they belong in Forever Kenya. They belong in this, and you can actually see it. You can actually see it in events. You can see it in trainings. You can see it, when people come together. You can always tell where they're affiliated to, where they feel like they belong. Yeah. Let's keep inspiring people. Let's keep inspiring our teams, because we feed on this motivation on a day-to-day basis. We need this energy. We need to be inspired, because the more you keep working on your business, you face a lot of, maybe different scenarios, different challenging experiences. You need that motivation. You need that way. You need that motivation so that you can be able to grow. So let's keep nurturing as well, nurturing our team members, nurturing our customers, ensuring that as they are part of this organization, they know that they can always depend on you. They can always count on you. They can always know that you are there for them. Give your customers that personalized customer experience. The same thing, give it to your FBOs. The same way you follow up, make sure that your client is happy and well taken care of. Do the same nurturing also for your FBOs, because each and every FBO has a lot of potential to be able to make your business grow on a high level. And definitely, that's why I was overemphasizing on the issue of improving the skills, because skills will help us to retain more, to have more retention in our organization. So participating in trainings, being part of the training is important. Improving our communication skills is important. Leadership is even more important. Yeah. And even as I wind up, I wanted to mention again the use of customer relationship management system. FLP 360 is a strategy that has been designed, researched to help us put all our efforts together in one space so that we can be able to be more efficient in our business. So if we want to retain more people, when we look at the countries that have most retention, they are actually using FLP 360. So this is a challenge to us as Kenya. be able to also embrace the same. So as we move along, definitely we need to think about keep informing, telling, telling the story about, telling your own story, sharing how best to be able to grow this organization that you want to retain people in. Show them. I've overemphasized this thing. We are leaders, not bosses. Let us not be the kind of people who say, "Well, end up fanya training." Let us be the ones who say, "Come, let's do it together." Help your team members to try. Maybe someone has never done a launch. Go try it out with them. Show them how possible it is. Maybe they've never done a tabletop event. Yeah. Maybe they've never known how to create a Facebook ad. Try it. Try with your team. Show them what needs to be done. Do it with them. Because when you do it with them, it resonates differently. In fact, it actually opens up someone's mind. If they had any mindset issues, they will be like, they'll be more confident. They'll be able to try out even different other things. So as I come to conclusion, I want to appreciate you for creating time to be part of this session. I've been your host, Catherine Chacha, manager in the business. Really, really excited about Forever. And I am welcoming you to think about how many other strategies you can be able to embrace. Yeah. And most of all, most importantly, I want to encourage you to ensure that you learn the skills that you need to be able to grow your organization to the level that you really want, to the organization, to the goals that you really want to achieve. Thank you so much, Emmanuel. I want to hand it over to you. Good evening.
All right, thank you, leader, for that amazing training. That was awesome. Leaders, as you've seen, and in summary, the word communication is very key in our business, in what we do every day, and we use it differently. Yes, you can pass a message to someone, but in the different aspects that we have, you can inspire somebody through communication. You can teach somebody, again, that's part of communication. You can motivate somebody, that's still part of communication. And in the way, I mean, we've learned today, retention, yes, as a topic, um, is a wide topic on itself, but how we portray and pass messages to our team. We are all here because of, we are part of a team. We are leading people in one way or the other. And whether small teams or big teams, that is still the whole idea of showing us how we can take it to the next level. So thank you so much, leader, for that. I believe it was of great value for those of us who are here till now. Let us partake of the ideas and the thoughts of what has been shared so that we take our businesses to the next level. Otherwise, from me, it's a good night. Thank you so much for tuning in, and all the best in the second half of the month. Asanteni sana. Have a good evening and God bless. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.